Oh, how you doing, chat? What's going on? Hmm. Yo!
Tanzio07 just resubscribed for 17 months, or happy anniversary.
Andy, thank you for the 7-day month. Back. Appreciate it. Yeah. Fun. There's one bomb on me. Nah, we lost. Have fun though. Start mailing in. Alright, chat. Shall we? Shall we get into the React Andy, into streaming, into gaming, into all the good stuff, into good vibes, into good... Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say. My camera's looking extra bad tonight. Alright. What's on for tonight's agenda? I know what's going on. Capiche? I don't know, my camera's looking extra bad. Nearly at bedtime. Alright, chat, we got some videos to react to. Hey, 39, how's it going?
I'm a gay conservative.
Alright, we got 2 videos. We could.
Ari Shafir is an unapologetic.
We could react to. We could catch up on live stream fails. Faster start of workout changes. True. Alright. Let's react. We'll do a little bit of react. We'll probably play some Rocket League. I don't know what else to play. Miz gets bitched.
Wait.
Oh my god.
Like that or what?
We need a little bit more. It was too soon.
Too soon? Hey, that's the head wrestling coach right there. Yeah, no, I can tell. Alright, ready? That one right there.
Fight, Misk, if you have this. You can take it.
That's where this comes in. Alright.
Miz give whack and cannot have a reality check about the gym.
50. Okay, that's not it. Okay, they just say, oh wow. Okay.
That sucks.
So the odds are against us here. 81% fail within the first year, whereas
What?
for the business, 50% fail within 5 years.
Yeah, but 99% of those gyms doesn't have a chat that can subscribe.
Subscribe with what? Twitch Prime, isn't that's gonna save us right now, Canute? We just put 6 figures into this business.
Do all of them have a
Uh-oh.
community that doesn't go outside or train?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. DTARP accidentally posts OBS screenshots on in-game Twitter.
Dottie, do you have cameras set up in the hospital?
No. Cameras? What? Don't you nick my donuts?
Pretty.
Nah, look at your last tweet. Look what.
Oh, shit. What have I put? Don't tell me I put a nude on there.
It looks. Nah, it ain't no nude. It looks like you grow weed in the hospital and you got cameras set up. There's some person in the corner looking down at you, monitoring your shit.
Of course.
So good.
I'm gonna have the burger that you got me. Oh.
Fair enough, fair enough. Happy birthday, Tox.
No, I'm broke.
Alright, would you like to give me money donation now?
No, I'm broke and I'm a clown.
Me too.
So I'm about the money, not the money.
Can I be clown?
I don't know if
If
you
you-
got it in ya.
Do I need to be white person?
No. That is not a prerequisite.
I mean, if he paints his face, I mean, and you guys all have white faces. I can see why he would think that.
That was a good one.
Friendly joke is, guys,
I
it's a
need a
friendly
burger.
joke.
I need a burger.
That was a good one.
He just was
That was a good one.
White face.
That was a good one.
Is one of the most popular platforms for content creators, with over 7 million streamers going live each
Cool. And L describes his Subway order.
Me, when the call of the void hits at Subway. Hi, can I have a foot-long cock? I mean, oh, fuck, a foot-long penis? Can I have a foot of dick in...
Fuck.
I mean, can I have cheese and toasted penis? Can I get toasted peanut butter and jelly?
Is he safe? Forgets to hang up the phone. You Leia mad? Nah, I haven't.
Got you. Yeah. I gotta make up to him.
He's gonna love that.
Was he angry at me? Tell me the truth.
No, he wasn't. Yeah,
Okay.
I think he'll be fine.
Okay. I've been working there for 2 hours. You know, I got a job there because I thought, you know, we build a relationship with him. We can get materials when we
He's not
want.
mad at you. He's gonna be fine, bro.
Okay. All right.
You won't even worry. Don't even worry about it. Nah, I know you chill.
All right. Okay. Oh, we got this.
Yeah, we got this, bro.
We fucking got this, baby.
Yeah, man, we have to fucking we on it.
I wonder what's on that computer when we get it. I wonder what's on there.
I wonder what's on it too, man.
I can't wait to rob people over that house. There's gonna be big licks.
Yeah,
I mean, if we rob 3-4 people,
over, bro.
we're gonna have a house real soon.
We are going to fuck them up so bad.
You gonna do what?
You gonna do what? Yo, hang up the phone. Hang
You gonna do what?
Hang up the
Wait,
phone.
What the fuck you gonna do, bitch? What the fuck you gonna do? Say it again, Jean Paul.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Say it again, bitch.
Bro, I wasn't even talking about you, bro. I wasn't talking about you, bro.
Yeah, you better watch what you're fucking saying, motherfucker.
Bro, I wasn't talking about you, bro. I swear, bro.
Alright. Hassan on the Dizzler.
So, like, you're playing, the way I understand it, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, you're playing the fall guy. Like, you're playing a role, right? What Kaylin is doing is, like, rage bait content to a certain degree, where she's like, oh my god, ew, gross, like, my mod is here, and oh god, like, it's playing a fantasy of, like, this is how I would treat you, the chatters who are watching and deriving some kind of satisfaction out of this. And you're supposed to be the guy who's like,
I'll react to it in a minute.
It's like being a fall guy, which I understand, right? Like, there's a setup. I guess, like, for me, when I...
Warning loud. Stop up.
Bomb.
Jay falls asleep watching in Miss stream.
You better go sleep. No.
Make has begun.
Like you did, I've never held the pencil, man. I don't even know how this works. What is start? Okay, ready? Go. I mean, he could.
He's so dense.
Oh yeah, this is Jason. He's like a snake just crawling around him.
I'm on drugs, he says.
I'm on fucking drugs. Fuck you.
Holy shit. Oh my god. What?
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
God damn it! Proud to go.
Good.
Like,
We're
you know,
good.
What if this is a core memory of his right now? You know.
How you doing?
And
This is a core memory that he will learn.
Sorry, we're all on edge because I know you could just shoot us. We're trying not to shoot you, you know?
Timmy, what if we let him out, dude? What if we let him out, dude? Just let's let him be free.
Hey, tell him to put his gun away.
Yeah.
Can you put your gun away so we're not so scared of you?
Do you speak Russian? Do you speak Russian?
No Russian.
No Russian.
Timmy, did you kill him?
No.
Dude, it's just, what am I supposed to do?
Mike, you killed him?
Yeah, dude. English, motherfucker. Do you speak it? No. You're dead. No Americano? Sorry.
Americano. No, I feel.
Cornwood proves himself.
So you didn't even, you had nothing to do with disabling the vehicle?
No, we were
Going for
currently
cops.
BCB at the time. We were in route.
Wait! Oh God! Ow!
And
Lay.
yes, yes.
I need 77.
Proud of you, Cornwood. I think pigs can fly now.
What was that? I think we have caught up. Alright, what's this? A joke is on Ari Safraya. I don't even know how to pronounce that.
Ari Shaffir is an
Shaffir.
unapologetically edgy, crass, and shocking comedian who refuses to be silenced no matter how much backlash he gets. Unsurprisingly, many see him as a disgusting bully, whereas others see him as almost a saving grace for comedy, based on the idea that comedians should be able to say anything they want, that no topic, no matter how
Right.
controversial, is off limits while delivering jokes. With podcasts becoming more and more popular, the line between jokes and reality is almost non-existent. As they broadcast thousands of hours of unfiltered conversations, they slowly expose their reality behind the act. Over the past decade, Ari has acted on and openly admitted to suspicious behavior that now even his fans are starting to feel uneasy about. Ari Shaffir was born in New York City but raised in North Carolina into a Jewish family of Romanian Jewish descent. His father was a Holocaust survivor, which is why Ari was essentially exiled from his family after he told his father he lost his faith in Judaism.
Did you talk to your parents about it?
Yeah, I came out of the closet.
Okay.
As it were.
How did that go?
Not that great. My father said I was lower than a dog.
Wow.
'Cause even a dog believes in God.
Ari grew up watching shows like Live from the Laugh Factory and Johnny Carson, dreaming of doing stand-up himself one day. He graduated college, turned 25 years old, and decided it was time to move to Los Angeles and finally give himself a shot at his dream. He applied to the iconic Laugh Factory, who at the time was hosting acts like Bob Saget, Adam Sandler, Jimmy Fallon, and Roseanne, just to name a few. On his way to the factory, he drove past the Comedy Store, a smaller club that he was unfamiliar with. Ari decided he would just toss in an application there, where he eventually got his first job answering the phones. Mitzi Shore, the renowned owner of the Comedy Store, would advise Ari on his comedy showcases, and even let him work the doors so he could watch other comedians and learn from them. Ari sat and watched emerging talents such as Joe Rogan, Joey Diaz, Bobby Lee, and Sebastian Maniscalco dominate the stage every night. After 4.5 years, Mitzi eventually made Ari a paid regular at the club. He was now officially a full-time stand-up comic, but needed to push the boundaries to compete with the all-stars that were emerging out of LA. Ari produced a short video series titled The Amazing Racist in 2004. The title was a spin on The Amazing Race, and Ari is acting in a manner which is overtly and ironically racist. The show was featured on National Lampoon's Lost Reality, a DVD compilation of reality shows and episodes that networks wouldn't dare to air on TV. Ari wouldn't gain much traction from this until years after YouTube launched. Fans of the skits were going viral after uploading bits they ripped from the DVD.
Sorry, boy. Man, it's hotter in Africa out there. What's up, Fat Albert? Listen, I need a couple lighters You got a couple lighters?
You walk around with that shit on. You want a motherfucking lighter from this? Do you know what you are?
Today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna with the lowest of the low. Mexicans. Let's go. Let's go sneak in the kitchen, see who we can with. You working hard over here? All right. Hey. No, it's okay. Go ahead. It's wet. It's got a wet back. It's true. Don't work so hard. Take a break. Take a siesta. Come on. It's not a big deal. Just lie down. Oh. Where do you guys keep the babies? I know you'll have 20 babies. Where do you keep them?
It seems like some of the bits feature paid actors who poorly react to Ari's behavior, especially when you consider the multiple different perfect camera angles which are often in front of the subject's face. Although The Amazing Racist was a less funny and less creative version of the
That was so
Chappelle Show,
dry.
the desire for Americans to indulge in racist humor was apparently very strong, because Ari was approached by fellow comedian Vince Offer
That
to
was
do a
not funny
reboot
at
of
all.
The Amazing Racist in 2013. Vince Offer, who many know as the ShamWow guy, was producing a movie called Inappropriate Comedy, which starred Michelle Rodriguez, Lindsay Lohan, and Oscar winner Adrian Brody. Ari had a larger budget this time around, which he didn't spend on a team to write better jokes, but rather costumes and gimmicks to enhance the same surface level stereotypes.
Can I interest you guys in a boat ride? We're giving away free boat rides today. We're trying to get, what do you guys call yourself? African Americans to back to Africa. You know, where you're from.
Man, I'm from here. What the hell are you talking about?
We got you lots of American jobs where you can eat the corn and the stick, and you save up money, dinero, you buy a lowrider, and just ruin the neighborhood. Bring property values down for everybody. Okay, well, enjoy yourself.
What the fuck? This has to be scripted.
Where's my bounty?
Sir, don't get out of the car.
I got one.
Sir,
Find a black guy to park that. Woo! Better luck next time, Paco.
Just like the National Lampoon Lost Reality movie, clips
That's
from
scripted
the
for sure.
Inappropriate Comedy movie would also be uploaded to YouTube, securing millions of views almost every time.
It's just you're driving really f***ing dangerous right now. Please, just try to concentrate on the road. Open your eyes.
I don't know if this is safe.
It's please. It's safer than having your eyes half closed. So that eye's way better, right? You can see better out of that eye now.
Okay.
While some say these videos are just jokes featuring paid actors who signed waivers approving of the comedy, others even as far as back as a decade
Oh, it's already
just couldn't
scripted.
find the humor in the blatant racism. Piggybacking off the momentum, Ari released his first stand-up album, Revenge for the Holocaust, in 2012, which reached #1 on the iTunes and Amazon comedy albums chart. Then he produced his
Jeez.
first stand-up special, Passive Aggressive. Ari was respected by his comedy peers. One particular comedian, Joe Rogan, took a liking to him. In 2010, Joe invited Ari on the 3rd ever episode of the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. Ari was a guest in 9 of the first 100 episodes and became a pivotal member of the JRE community, which would eventually become the #1
Fair
podcast
enough.
in the world. Slowly throughout the 2010s,
I'm saying.
comedians hosting podcasts became more and more common, since they all realized how Joe Rogan's stand-up audiences started increasing as his podcast became more popular. This would be the beginning of Ari showing his dark side. On an episode of Punch Drunk Sports, one of Ari's now defunct podcasts, he berated his employee and producer, known as The Fat Man, for accidentally making an error that led to Ari not being able to take calls from viewers on the air.
We have the show, it was recorded, the audio is on, fans can hear it. It was just, that was my fault.
But we couldn't do any of the calls we wanted for the 100 episodes.
Like you hit a switch that had big X on it and tape all around that said, "Do not touch this button. Never touch this button."
First of all, hold on.
Single notice, he wouldn't have done it. If you prepared at all, he wouldn't have done it.
There was notice on that thing. That thing says right on it.
Saying how to take
It's
phone
really
calls.
dark down there.
Always taped up.
Saying don't touch or actually how to do something. Not what not to do or what actually to do. Because he couldn't figure out what to do.
Telling him what not to do is the same as telling him what to do. Do not do this. At the very least, do not ever.
And that's how we're supposed to take phone calls for 100th episode? That's how we're supposed to take phone calls? Do not do? That's supposed to help us?
That's the phone line. That was
You asshole. I'm glad I never learned your name.
Ari continued to
Jesus.
scold the man and let him know just how much he screwed up.
Hey, fat man, go home. Get out and go home. Go take a smoke break for 2 hours. You're not wanted here. You're adding nothing. Go home. I'm not sorry that I'm hurting you. Get the f out of here. Leave. Just leave if you're not going to help. Fix the f***ing phones or leave.
I got it. I got the show.
Are you fixing the phones? You got the show. All right, fat man, get out. You're just a distraction. Get the f out.
I don't even know how to fix that.
All you do
Jesus.
is drops. Get the f out or fix it. Are you moving to fix it or get out? It should be one or the other right now. Then get the f out. Then go home. Get the f out and go home.
judge a man by how he treats his subordinates, not his equals. However, this blow-up is a minor form of aggression compared to the violent attack he committed on fellow comedian Bobby Lee many years later. But before we get into that, a word from today's sponsor, Rocket Money. The other day I wasted hours.
Amazing. Love it.
.com/PatrickCC to get started for free. Ari's fame continued to slowly increase as he released his second special in 2015, Paid Regular, on Comedy Central. Then in 2017, he released Double Negative on Netflix, which consisted of 2 45-minute shows. And it was around 2017 where the Joe Rogan effect really started to blossom. Podcast comedians started to emerge from the deep corners of the internet to the mainstream. Tom Segura, Theo Vaughn, Brennan Schaub, Bert Kreischer, Bobby Lee, and so many others saw their viewership exponentially increase. In May of 2017, Bobby shared a brutal story of a few interactions with Ari Shaffir that seemed too vicious to be true, but it was. It all began when Bobby was performing at the Comedy Store one night, and fellow comedian Ron Peterson, who Bobby worked with on Mad TV at the time, came up and asked him a question.
Well, I was at the Comedy Store one night, and he goes, "Who's that on stage?" I go, "That's Natasha Leggero." He goes, "She's hot." I go, "Yeah, but she lives with Ari Shaffir." Ron Peterson goes, "All right." And then a couple hours later, I was driving him back to the hotel where we were staying at, and he goes, "I got her number." I go, "Yeah, but she's seeing my friend Ari." He's like, "Yeah, but she's gonna go on." So she starts like going to like plays with him, dinners behind Ari's back, right? And then out of nowhere, Ari calls me. "She left me, dude." I go, "Yeah, but," she goes, "You set them up."
Bobby didn't necessarily feel like he was doing anything wrong, but he did try to convince Ron that asking for Natasha's number was a bad idea.
What?
Ari was irrational and emotional and gave Bobby an insane ultimatum.
"If you don't do this for me right now, this thing I'm going to ask you to do, I know that you set them up."
Whoa.
What was the thing?
Break into his office at Mad TV.
Yeah.
Go into his computer and steal the emails between Ron and,
Oh, wow.
and
That's some intense
Natasha.
shit.
So I go, I can't break into his fucking office at Mad TV.
After refusing to commit the felony, Ari got violent.
So I go, "No, I'm not going to do that." And he goes, "Then you set them up." So that Friday, I show up at the Comedy Store, and I'm checking in at the front counter.
How does that make sense? That's not setting them up.
In the face.
Like for real punches you.
I fall to the ground.
I think this guy's just trying to put the blame on someone.
Now I'm bleeding. But then as I get up, I hear my name. So that Friday, I show up at the Comedy Store, and I'm checking in at the front counter, and he punches me in the face.
Like for real punches you.
I fall to the ground, and he kicks me in the face like 20 times. Now I'm bleeding. But then as I get up, I hear my name being called.
On stage?
On stage, and I go up on stage.
And did you talk about it, or?
I only went up for 1 minute.
Yeah.
And I go, "That guy right there." You know what I mean? I'm bleeding from the face. He beat it out of me. You know what I mean? Like I called him out. "Ari Shaffir."
The club manager convinced Bobby that he shouldn't press charges and that Ari was just emotional, so Bobby obliged. Then the following week, he got assaulted again.
A week later, I'm walking down the hallway at the Comedy Store. He lunges at me, right? And he starts strangling me in the fucking hallway. And he's squeezing, and then my neck starts bleeding because he has his nails gouged into my neck.
Jesus!
Didn't stop there. All while this conflict was going on, Ari Shaffir successfully secured a role on Carlos Mencia's Mind of Mencia show, which blended comedy skits and live stand-up. This would have been a pretty good gig for a comedian at the time. However, Carlos was out of town, and when he returned, he heard about what happened to Bobby Lee. Mencia called up Ari, telling him that because he beat up Bobby, he will be removed from the show. In Ari's mind, Bobby was sabotaging first his personal life and now his comedy career, prompting him to attack Bobby yet again.
So then I show up at the Comedy Store after he gets fired from Mind of Mencia. Like I park the car, I close the door, I hear, and then no running because he's in the air.
Doing a Superman punch?
Yeah. He does a Superman punch from behind. Pap! I fall to the ground, right? I just run straight to the office, screaming. And I try to call 911
Because of this situation, Ari was banned from the Comedy Store, the club that kickstarted his whole career. For the next few years, Ari would bully Bobby any chance he could, calling him every sort of insult whenever they passed by each other. And for the longest time, Bobby could never get through to him that it wasn't his fault. It took 5 years for Ari to realize Bobby had nothing to do with it and that he was overly emotional, and they finally settled their fairly one-side beef. But then we learned that Bobby Lee kind of twisted the story a little bit. It turns out Ron Peterson was someone that Bobby needed to be friends with to help his career, and Bobby was actually calling Ari over and over to find out if him and Natasha were broken up, so that Ron could make his move. Additionally, when Ari first attacked Bobby, it was because Bobby was egging him on, getting in his face, and Ari gave him a fair warning.
And then I saw you at the store. Yeah. And I was like, hey, dude, like, it hit me now where you were on this. And I'm pretty mad. And you're like, and then the way you were smiling, like, could I just say one thing? Let me just say one thing.
God.
I was like, Bobby, get the f away from me. Get the f away from me.
I'll admit I did that.
And you're like, let me just say, I was like, I don't think you hitting, like, how much is this hurting me? You're like, let me just say one thing. I'm like, dude, get the f away or I'm going to hit you. And then you kept doing it. And then I just punched you and you fell. So you didn't even give me the satisfaction of fighting back.
But you kicked me while I was down there.
Yeah, well, you were down.
Bobby twisted the story to make Ari seem like a total psychopath attacking people unprovoked. But at the end of the day, Ari still violently unleashed his anger on a guy who had basically nothing to do with his girlfriend cheating on him. And you would think that as Shafir got more famous, he would be more careful of what he says and does. But that couldn't be further from reality. On a 2018 episode of the Punch Drunk Sports podcast, Ari shared a very questionable story of him willingly exposing himself to a minor.
I was at my friend's house. She's a lesbian, single mother. And she goes, I want to go to the bathroom. She goes, and she has a 5-year-old. She goes, can she watch you pee? Because she needs to see what a penis looks like before it's too.
What?
Yeah,
What?
She doesn't want the first penis she sees to be like
the one going into her mouth?
Yeah.
Dude,
why
What the fuck?
Yeah. But this is what she said. She was like, why does it come out of that thing? And I was like,
Hold on.
Oh wait,
you
let the kid watch you pee?
I know.
You let the kid watch you pee?
You gotta start with the story. Where have you been with this?
Did you let her shake it off?
no, but then she went to touch it. I was like, crossing a line.
What?
Can't touch it.
How old is she?
Hold on.
Even a bunch of edgy comedians are listening to this story in total shock and keep asking him over and over if this is fake. But Ari reassures everyone that this was a true story. If that's the story Ari told, you know it's probably worse. You just let a 5-year-old watch you pee? Yeah, right. Where is Chris Hansen when you need him? With Ari being so reckless with his words, it was only a matter of time before he crossed a line that
he might be just making shit up, but who fucking knows?
He did that on January 26th, 2020, the day NBA legend Kobe Bryant died along with his 13-year-old daughter Gianna when their private helicopter suddenly failed, crashing into the Santa Monica Mountains. When the news broke, the entire world was in shock. Kobe is one of the best basketball players of all time.
R.I.P.
Plus, he was a family man who gave back to underserved communities just as much as he gave to the NBA. While millions of people were mourning the loss of the legend, tweeting their raw emotions, Ari's take erupted with backlash. 4 hours after the reports of the death of Kobe and Gigi, Ari posted a tweet reading, "Kobe Bryant died 23 years too late today. He got away with grape because all the Hollywood liberals who attack comedy enjoy rooting for the Lakers more than they dislike R-word. Big ups to the hero who forgot to gas up his chopper. I hate the Lakers. What a great day. F the Lakers."
Oh yeah,
After
this guy
catching a
is
huge
fucking.
wave of criticism from his tweet, he shortly doubled down with a video.
This guy is a fucking.
Hate, pain in the world. And
I don't know if he's doing this for clicks.
every once in a while, there's a good story. Good story comes out.
Surely he's just doing this for clicks
Got his today.
and attention.
Kobe Bryant is a god. I'm here in Charlotte, the home of the team that originally drafted him. Maybe he wouldn't have raped that chick in Denver if he had stayed in Charlotte with the Hornets.
Most people had no idea who Ari Shafir was. Now he was known as the guy who mocked Kobe Bryant's death. The comedy community addressed his comments.
You know, there were children that died. And so you can't, it's just, that's too much to joke about. It's too much. I was like, it's too much.
Doing f***ed up jokes, I don't judge you. But the nastiness in that video hours after this, there was nothing funny about it. There was no intent to be funny. I was disgusted by the shit.
Yeah, that is.
His tweet, when I look at it, I go, I would not have said that. But Ari is consistent with that bit that he does, where when somebody dies, he says the most fucked up thing he can say about the person.
Comedians were torn because they love Ari and want to defend free speech and comedy, but also understand that this tweet was not a joke, it wasn't funny, and it was definitely bad timing. Just 2 days after Ari posted his controversial tweets, he had a scheduled performance in New York City at the Xpiicy venue. Once Kobe fans discovered this, they began threatening the venue, leading the club to cancel his performance. The venue even filed an aggravated harassment report with the police due to the seriousness of the threats. In response to his show being forcibly canceled, Shafir made a post to his Instagram claiming that it was just a joke, trying to justify this as harmless trolling. He pointed back to his history of making crude comments about recently passed celebrities. Every time a beloved celebrity dies, I post some horrible stuff about them. I've been doing it for years now. I like destroying gods, and right when a famous person dies, they're at their most worshipped. Even though he released this half apology on Instagram, Ari was still dropped by his talent agency. Yet still to this day, Ari Shafir is not sorry.
That you do not regret your whatever it was, a tweet or a story or something about Kobe.
You gotta be true to your fucking stand-up, man.
I mean, dude, it's insane.
I see all these people whenever some celebrity dies, they're like wrenching their fucking clothes publicly, making it about themselves, and it's always nauseating to me.
The situation did momentarily thwart his career, but then it helped him. While the pandemic was in full effect, comedians were being criticized and canceled seemingly every week for their edgy jokes that people on the internet did not approve of. However, this started an uprising of free speech defenders who wanted to show their support for comedians. As the world became more politically correct, the demand for edgy and unhinged comedy became stronger than ever, which birthed the Skankfest comedy tour. Skankfest was like one of those rock star fantasy camps for comedians. We were surrounded by some of the best and darkest comics and the fans that love them. Ari Shafir is one of the most famous acts who has continuously headlined Skankfest since 2016, and the fans encourage him to be as disturbing as possible.
Every comedian gets a huge pop when they walk out on stage. The fans are so eager to hear good jokes all day. It's insane. Especially because every single person within a 10-mile radius of this festival is either on drugs, looking for drugs, aggressively binge drinking, deathly hungover, or a combination of those 4 options, including the comedians.
It's clear that Skankfest is the perfect home for Ari Shafir, who has been very open about his love for experimenting with drugs. In fact, one of his favorite things to do is give other people drugs without their consent, as he has openly admitted to doing it multiple times.
What?
If you've seen my
Nah.
video about Bert Kreischer, you know Ari is no stranger to dosing people or spiking their drinks with drugs without them knowing. Just as a quick recap, one night Bert invited his good friend and fellow comedian Ari Shafir over to his house to do a podcast. Ari shook Bert's 13 and 15-year-old daughter's hands, walked into the podcast room where they were going to share some drinks. Ari decided to secretly slip a capsule of MDMA, aka Molly, into Bert's drink without him knowing, to which Bert had a terrible experience on the drug. Bert, as well as many of his comedy peers, told Ari that what he did was reckless and genuinely concerning. But others, such as Joe Rogan and Nikki Glazer, thought it was hilarious. But this wasn't the first
How is that
nor the last
hilarious?
time Ari would admit to committing this crime.
But that's not the only time you dose somebody, though.
No, it's been a few times.
Did I find the
It's been a
sexy
few times. But
streamer
I'm actually
in my
really good
area?
at dosing. I've just had to go overboards. But really,
You did,
everybody-
Blaze. What's going on?
I'll stand by it. No one really had a bad time on it. Just you gotta share it with your girlfriend or wife afterwards. They get pissed.
But it's even worse when you see him do it with your own eyes. During an appearance on the Legion of Skanks live podcast alongside Shane Gillis, Dan Soder, Luis Gomez, and Big J Okerson, Luis Gomez hatched a plan to dose Ari's drink at the start of the show and revealed to him later on that this was a prank.
I gave it to my employee. I was like, make sure this gets in Ari Shafir's beer. Okay, just put a tab of acid in his beer. Now, I f***ed up and I told Shane, thinking that Shane, you know, look, I get that he's on Team Ari, but at the same time, it's pretty goddamn funny to dose Ari Shafir with acid on Legion of Skanks.
Yeah.
Let us just do it.
All right.
Let us do I assumed that Shane would just let it happen because that is the absolute funniest scenario.
Ari soon found out about Luis Gomez's plan, and instead of pouring the drink out, he decided to slide the drug drink to fellow comedian Big J Okerson. You might be thinking Ari was just getting someone back for drugging him, but what Ari did was dose someone who suffers from anxiety and does not take acid. And as you can imagine, Big J wasn't very happy about the situation. Many of the die-hard comedy fans see Ari as a beacon of hope in an overly sensitive PC society. a man who is unafraid to push the boundaries of comedy. They don't take what he says on podcasts seriously because he is simply just joking. Others see him as a self-admitted criminal, potential predator, and borderline psychopath who excuses his suspicious behavior as just jokes. But Ari is not the only successful comedian whose behavior is destroying them. Bert Kreischer is on the same path of self-destruction, but in a totally different way. Check that video out next.
Oh, I'm
Bert
checking it
Kreischer
out.
is one of the biggest comedians alive today, but all the reasons why he is successful is what will likely drive him to an early grave. Bert's comedic persona is the overweight drunken jester with way too much confidence. Well, it's not much of a persona, that's who he really is. Bert's success has been highly scrutinized over the years. Many people say he lacks comedic
Yeah,
talent,
that's
is
fucking-
a full-blown narcissist, and would be nothing if he wasn't friends with Joe Rogan. Others point out that he is a genuine, sweet family man who uplifts everyone around him, but both his haters and fans agree that Bert's current lifestyle is unsustainable, and he is in total denial of the obvious warning signs.
I say it to my friends. I mean it to my friends. I say it to my wife. I mean it to my wife. And I mean it to alcohol. Like, I love alcohol. I love marijuana. I love cigars.
Right.
You don't like whiskey. You don't love it. You know who loves it? Me.
Right.
Who drinks it at fucking 8 a.m. on a plane.
Yes.
To go disappear. I love whiskey.
Bert Kreischer's career started by accident due to a Rolling Stone article
He
written
did
about
Clash
him
of Clans
in
again.
1987. He was in his 6th year of college, where he regularly skipped classes, drank until the sun came up, slept through the days, and never planned for the future. He was known at his college as a party animal. Journalist Eric Hedgegaard from Rolling Stone wanted to do an article on Florida State, which recently got ranked as the top party school in the USA. As Eric was trying to find sources for his story, 5 different people told him to link up with Bert. Eric spent 1 week shadowing Bert's life as a college student and realized the article was not going to be about the school. It was about Bert. Bert Kreischer, the undergraduate, released on April 17th, 1997, and told his story of bar hopping, playing frisbee, failing classes, and not thinking about tomorrow. Just reading a few sentences from this thing made Bert into some kind of urban legend. Sometimes when he walked in, people stopped and stared like he was Pablo Picasso or some other famous hole. Occasionally, he whipped out his sunglasses and slapped them over his eyes. The shades made him look sort of raffish, like a Skid Row Tom Cruise, but he wore them only so he could avoid having to say hello to the people whose names he couldn't remember. Bert was essentially being celebrated as an unproductive, passionless degenerate, a persona he would maintain for his entire career. This article was a perfect excuse to try to get into the entertainment industry. Bert decides that stand-up comedy is the route he wanted to take, and a talent agent scouted him during one of his routines at Potbelly's on his college campus. They relocated him to New York City, where he would perform at the Boston Comedy Club regularly. From there, an agent for Overbrook Entertainment, Will Smith's production company, scouted Bert and wanted to sign him to a 6-figure development deal. Will loved Bert and took him under his wing.
And then he was the greatest thing that ever happened in my life. He took me out to Hollywood. He introduced me to all the networks. He taught me how to sell a show. He was the greatest. I saw his dick.
Unfortunately, Bert's Hollywood career would be lackluster. He was able to land small acting and hosting roles, and Hurt Bert was the name of a 4-episode series on FX featuring him performing dangerous stunts. The one thing he did stay consistent with is stand-up, 5 or 6 days per week, working on his craft in front of small crowds for years. He wasn't alone doing this. Almost all of the popular comedians today were right there alongside Bert in those clubs, hoping for a chance to impress an agent that would make them a movie star. After Bert released his 2009 comedy special, Comfortably Dumb, he secured his own reality show on the Travel Channel called Bert the Conqueror, which was again a show about him doing dangerous stunts. But despite this show being the biggest thing going for him, his comedy buddies Joe Rogan and Bill Burr sat down with Bert to tell him some harsh truths. They sat me down and told me, "Your Travel Channel show sucks. You're funnier than that. You need to do specials. You need to do podcasts." Burr remembers the conversation vividly. He was down in the dumps, trying to figure out what the next move was, and Joe Rogan and I were just starting podcasting. Joe Rogan had a hunch that podcasting would be the next big thing for comedians to gain a fan base. They could break away from the old method of hoping for a corporate network to put you on a sitcom so you can sell tickets to your stand-up performances. And he was right. A phenomenon now dubbed the Joe Rogan effect, or the Brogan effect, is essentially that any comedian who is friends with or regularly featured on the Joe Rogan Experience would become wildly successful comedians / podcasters. Brennan Schaub, Brian Callen, Joey Diaz, Tom Segura, Ari Shaffir, Mark Normand are just just a few of the many beneficiaries of the Brogan effect. Bert was a regular on Joe's podcast from the very beginning, and the JRE community treated him like their funny fat friend who has some of the most ridiculous stories.
I had a dream one time that me and Elvis walked into his hotel room, and there were 4 dudes butt f***ing, right? And I no,
Like your dad.
No, he used to
shit his pants
in
all
his
the time. In
30s,
his 30s,
all the time. He used to.
How long would you said the story began with you saying that he
He
shit
shit
his
his pants
recently?
in a Banana Republic in Beverly Hills.
Bert took Joe's advice and started his own podcast called Bertcast in 2013 and regularly had his comedian friends on as guests. The first 99 episodes were audio only, with the first video podcast he ever posted being episode 100 alongside Tom Segura. From here, he started taking his YouTube channel more seriously.
Hey guys, it's Bert Kreischer. This is my YouTube page.
Bert turned into a full-blown YouTuber, vlogging his family, his weight loss journey, and any random life adventures. He uploaded podcasts along some of the most promising upcoming talent in comedy, and of course, clips of his own stand-up. Bert admits that his stand-up act was very hacky for many years. He liked to riff with the audience and live in the moment. However, he wanted to challenge himself to write something, practice it, and put out a cohesive special that would act as a legacy piece. That special, titled The Machine, would go on to change his life. At the very end of 2016, Bert posted the Machine story that went extremely viral on Facebook, earning over 12 million views in one weekend.
What's up,
To this
King?
day, it
How's
has
it going?
30 million views. The same video quickly gained 4 million views on YouTube and brought him over 100,000 subscribers. Something about an overweight dude with no shirt talking about being kidnapped by the Russian mafia was too good to not share with everyone you know. Bert's fame leveled up from the Machine. He began booking larger venues due to higher ticket sales, doing as many as 3 shows per night for months straight. At this point, he received nothing but praise from the internet and comedy world, but he made a critical mistake early on.
It's really hard to do a solo podcast just coming up with a couple subjects and ranting for an hour.
Yeah.
When I started my podcast, I was like, maybe I'll do it solo. He goes, do it solo. You don't need guests.
Yeah.
I was like, and
Bert
I did
said
it-
this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I did a couple solo. I go, Bill, they're not good. And he goes, they're not gonna be. He was like, let them be bad for like a year, and then they'll get better, and then they'll get really good, and then you won't even think about it, and then your writing on stage will be so strong. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna have guests.
This is a good insight into Bert's mentality. Instead of using his podcast as a tool to practice jokes and material to make his actual job as a comedian better, he
Yeah, I'm doing
decided
pretty
he would
good, man.
rather just waste a couple
Just doing some
hours
reacts at the
chit-chatting
moment.
with his buddies while the money flows in. But often those conversations led to Bert being the butt of the joke, especially when he linked up with his best friend Tom Segura. Tom was exploding in fame due to his wildly successful Netflix special, Mostly Stories, which helped fans discover the Your Mom's House podcast. On one episode, Tom pulled up a picture of French actor Gerard Depardieu and jokingly said it looks like Bert. Then Tom's fan base started photoshopping Bert's face onto pictures of Gerard and spreading the hashtag #BertIsFat.
Because it was all their best fans making hilarious fucking jokes. One guy took the name Bernd Chrysler and made his own fucking profile for it. By the way, I saw him in Hartford. He's obese.
yeah,
He's obese.
enormous.
And he just sat in the front row the whole time going, Bert's fat, Bert's fat. Next day his mom shows up. Hey buddy, your mom's morbidly obese. And the first word she says to me is, why are you so fat, Bert? And I'm like, oh my God, this is getting out of fucking control.
Someone even made a song dedicated to the meme. But the interesting part about this is that Bert did not think he was overweight, and it was Tom and his fans that tricked him into thinking he was fat.
Pull up a picture of me when you think I was fat, and I wasn't even that fucking fat. Now I look at it and I go, I was legit skinny. And now, when I look at it, and I go, I can't believe I got mind tricked into being fat. There's some of these
you
ones.
didn't get mind tricked into being fat.
But these seem like harmless jokes compared to when Ari Shaffir genuinely
Friendly
disrespected
fire.
Bert and put his life in danger. But
Yeah.
before we talk about that, allow me to introduce you to Maggie. She's a mini schnauzer, and she's a part of the CC family. Would you feed your family low-quality food that lacks the nutrition they need? Didn't think so. So you shouldn't feed your dog like that either. Maggie is an old lady, and getting her a healthy meal is more important than ever. That's where today's sponsor, Sunday, to their is vegetable Patrick C.
Amazing.
Family. Thanks, Sundays. One night, Bert invited his friend and fellow comedian Ari Shaffir over to his house to do a podcast. Ari shook Bert's 13 and 15-year-old daughter's hands, walked into the podcast room where they were going to share some drinks. Then Ari decided to secretly slip a capsule of MDMA, aka Molly, into Bert's drink without him knowing.
You don't think it's fucking crazy that you would do that?
A bit.
Did
you
even
get the Molly tested? Like, where are you buying this Molly?
No.
I've done it from my favorite Molly dealer. It's
And you
great
just
Molly.
spiked
It's
his
great.
drink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
High blood pressure, high cholesterol.
Emptied out 3 guys, you're all talking
I would
about
want
what
to
ifs.
kill you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would fucking want to kill you.
He wanted to for about 10 minutes.
I was planning on having a couple drinks with you and then getting you out of my house, having dinner with my children, relaxing, getting on a plane, and going on tour. Instead, that's scrap.
Joe laughs off the situation. Tom thinks Ari is a psychopath, and Bert was genuinely distraught about all of this. Any normal person understands what Ari did was dangerous, but the comedy community had mixed feelings.
I don't trust him because he spiked Bert. He gave his friend Molly. That's not okay.
It's not okay.
But wait, that's hilarious though.
Ari dosing Bert. You want to dive into this first?
I think that Bert likes any hype that he can get. I think he's okay with it in the end.
My mistake was not getting his wife. That way, she got upset at me because she felt left out. I think that was the biggest issue. No, I don't
What?
know. I'm not going to dose him again. Unless the opportunity arises.
Let me say something.
No,
If
no,
you
I'm
ever
not.
dose him again, it would be fucking hilarious.
Most people in Bert's situation would never talk to Ari again, especially after the blatant, unapologetic disrespect to his wife and family. But Bert made excuses for Ari's behavior.
I'm gonna give him Molly. We're gonna get high. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna hang out all night. He didn't really calculate it. Like he was like, I should have checked to see if his kids were in the other room. I should have checked to see
If he had to make dinner or something. Yeah.
My wife was making dinner for both of us to have dinner with the girls because my girls loved Ari, and he's like, and he didn't check that I was flying that night. I was starting my tour that night. So there's a lot of things Ari didn't like check the boxes for.
This is even crazier considering Ari has disrespected Bert's daughter Georgia before this whole situation.
Ari had commented on Georgia's teeth. Georgia, her teeth are great now, but when she was younger, she didn't have any enamel on her teeth and they didn't look great. I posted a picture of me and her in Hawaii, and Ari was like, way to have ugly, no stupid fucking teeth.
Bert's actions, or lack of action, prove that he will allow others to take advantage of him and disrespect him. Or you could just say Bert is a sweet guy who is trying to give his friend the benefit of the doubt. Either way, Bert just kept seeing more success. He released his third comedy special, Secret Time, on Netflix when the Netflix comedy boom was at its peak. He started another podcast alongside Tom Segura called
Yeah,
Two
that
Bears,
is.
One Cave that became an instant hit, especially
That is
for moments
crazy.
like this.
You're drinking Kool-Aid to start your day? Really?
It's so good.
You're drinking a 64 ounce.
So much sugar. Good for that guy. He drinks a lot of water. It's Kool-Aid.
His laugh is almost identical to nails on a chalkboard. Bert's hawkish hyena laugh is divisive amongst fans. Many have pointed out that his laugh is not just annoying, but borderline torturous. Others suspect that Bert's laugh is fake. This theory
Jesus.
would almost be proven true based on what Bert said to Joe Rogan.
My viral clips are me.
Now, where you from, King? I'm from Australia.
Mine are legit.
From the Aussie land, mate.
Just if I can
Appreciate
laugh,
it.
it goes viral.
If Bert understands that the only way he goes viral is because of him
Lyrical.
obnoxiously laughing, then it's safe to assume that he might do it up a little bit. I mean, it was definitely working in his favor. In 2019, he was selling out 1,000 to 2,000 capacity theaters twice per week. As 2020 rolled around, he started selling 3,000 to 5,000 tickets per show. But then the pandemic hit, which was one of the best and worst things to happen to Bert's career. No comedy clubs were open, all tours were canceled, but more people were spending time inside, which meant they had more time to consume long-form content. Bert and the entire comedy podcast community saw massive spikes in their viewership, and they were all working together to try and entertain this new audience. They set up these terrible Zoom comedy shows that were destined for failure, but one ended in disaster for Bert.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next comedian is one of my comedic heroes. He is the reason I do stand-up. He is the reason I've been writing movies that have never been made, but I love his movies. I love everything about this guy. Without further ado, the guy that defined all our personalities, Adam Sandler.
Considering Adam is Bert's idol, you would think he would try to have his best first impression possible. Sandler was initially thrown off by Bert's fanboy energy, but kept it smooth. Then it got worse.
We're gonna watch your movie, Precious Gems, soon.
Oh yeah. That'll be. I don't know if they're gonna like it.
I showed them Happy Madison.
And then
the movie's really good. You have Netflix?
Yes.
Check out Hey Big Boy streaming right now. It's my new hour special.
Oh, yeah? All right, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. I'll check it out late tonight, buddy.
While claiming to be a huge fan, Bert drunkenly mispronounced 2 of Adam's movies, Uncut Gems, as Precious
Goddamn.
Gems, and combined Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison to Happy Madison. Then he
Oh my
shamelessly
God.
promoted his comedy special. It was pretty clear Sandler started getting fed up with him.
I had a question I wanted to ask. If you could go back to one movie that was the funnest to shoot, doesn't matter what movie, just go back and have that be your set every day for the rest of your life, your Groundhog's Day, like we're all living. What movie was the funnest to shoot that you would shoot every single day for the rest of your life? Go
I
ahead.
have no answer for that. I got no idea. I never thought about that. And I never will. And I hated that question. What else?
The crazy part is, Bert thought he impressed Adam.
And Theo, I thought it went well. I was like, nailed it.
That's alcoholism.
Left
then.
Whitney's going, Ka-ching, you need the closer, bring in the closer. Adam Sandler's probably going, who the f is this Bert Kreischer guy? Sign him to a deal. Covert, get Kreischer on the line. This guy's hot. We need him.
Since Bert claims to love Sandler so much, he probably just assumed Adam would respect and love him back since they were on the same Zoom comedy show. But while trying to get Sandler's approval, he just embarrassed himself badly. Bert's inability to read the room or
Jeez.
understand that he can't always be the main character would be a reoccurring issue in the future. He became the laughingstock of the comedy community, but it did not slow him down for 1 second. He put together the Hot Summer Nights comedy tour,
for the follow,
which allowed
King.
fans
Appreciate
to see
it.
him live just like they would a drive-in movie, with the show projected on a massive film screen and the audio playing through their car stereos. These performances are awkward since the comedian can't really hear them
W
laughing,
King in the
but
chat.
A lot of comedians use
In the
Bert's
shop.
format to save themselves from
Not
going
Danzy.
bankrupt during the pandemic. He also secured another Netflix original, this time a reality TV show called The Cabin with Bert Kreischer. The show's premise is that Bert's life is moving 1,000 miles per hour and he needs isolation for healing and detoxing. He invites celebrity guests to a cabin in the woods to partake in various self-improvement activities that none of them really take seriously. There were plenty of hilarious moments, but every episode features a serious segment where Bert talks about his problems to his guests. This show could be perceived as Bert giving more visibility to various comedians. Others just look at it as a way for Bert to be the center of attention, projecting his problems onto other important people. The 2021/2022 Birdie Boy Tour was ranked number 4 in the top 10 highest grossing tours of the year, achieving a gross revenue of $23,581,000, selling
Goddamn!
369,000 tickets over the course of 140
I think I'm gonna become a
shows.
comedian.
On top of this, he was vlogging, doing the Two Bears One Cave podcast weekly, uploading his own Bertcast weekly, as well as featuring on any other comedian's pod who would have him. He turned his iconic Machine story into a full-blown feature film. It was a critical failure, but his fans loved it. The film secured $10 million at the box office, but the $20 million budget made this film kind of a flop. Regardless, Bert was one of the most successful comics in the world, but this lifestyle was destroying him. He always had been a heavier guy. Around 220 pounds was a comfortable weight for him. During his tour, he reached over 260 pounds, which he clearly was not happy with. His face was puffy, his skin was bright red, and he just looked uncomfortable. But Bert has always struggled understanding his health.
So when I did Secret Time, I didn't realize that it already happened until they did the billboard of it. And they did the billboard, and I go,
That was a funny joke. Yeah.
And it was
Well, I could be a
Bert then goes
dick.
on to say
I
that
could
he
go
thought
be a
producers
comedian, yeah,
photoshopped
for
a
real.
different man's stomach onto his body. They didn't. He is also steadfast in convincing everyone he is actually in great shape.
And this is like when you go like, I have legit the best shoulders.
I do. Hold on, I do. I have legit great shoulders. Like great fucking shoulders. I am fucking jacked. I am low-key jacked.
You're
Dude,
low-key.
feel my arm. Just feel my arm. Just feel my arm.
Now everyone should feel comfortable in their own skin, but it seems
Yeah,
like
he's
Bert
got-
says these things hoping for confirmation bias. He wants yes men around him. His friends are not trying to shame him. It's
Yeah,
more
he's
likely they
got-
want
he's
him
got
to
a
hold
bigger
himself
build, but he's
accountable
not
so that
in
things
shape.
don't get out of control, because his weight and high blood pressure could be a direct result of his excessive alcohol consumption.
Early morning beer buzz is like one of my favorite things in the world.
Nope, don't understand that.
And they're like, hey, come on in and get a drink. And I was like, no. I was like, God damn it, man. If this was any other day, I'd be like, oh, yeah. And I just double Tito's soda, big glass, no lime. Can I get a second one? I'm just going to murder this one real quick.
This guy, I mean, it's wild that he's alive.
Bert claims that he has this Mickey Mantle gene, which allows him to drink all night and work all day with no sleep.
Party all night, get up the next morning, and put in work and perform like a champion on fumes.
But then
I'm telling you, man, it's John Daly's got it.
Yeah.
Babe Ruth had it.
Right.
It's just those people.
I mean, that's it.
He compares
Yeah,
his
those
lifestyle
guys
to
are
Mickey Mantle and
built
Babe
different.
Ruth.
Yeah, those day drinkers that can literally drink for so long, have so many drinks and function all day. They are built different. They are literally built different.
On fumes.
But then-
I'm telling you, man, it's John Daly's got it.
Yeah.
Babe Ruth had it.
Right.
It's just those people.
I mean, that's it.
I have a couple of
Compares his
cans
lifestyle
and
to
I'm on the floor, bro. I ain't doing shit.
Mickey Mantle and Babe Ruth, two successful athletes that were also
Yeah, I'll be gaming
functioning
soon, Blaze.
alcoholics who died 30 years too soon. If there is a single clip on the internet that represents Bert, it's this one.
I will never quit drinking.
Who's that guy?
I will never quit drinking. I will always make sure that I can keep my body healthy enough so that I can always drink. At a brunch, someone goes, should we do mimosas? And then the waiter goes, actually, we have bottomless mimosas. And you're like, this is going to be the best day ever.
Sitting on the Joe Rogan podcast, drinking while his friends watch a video of him talking about how much
Blaze,
he
you've
loves
never been
alcohol while
drunk?
reciting the video under his breath. His overwhelming success combined with him lacking awareness was reaching a tipping point.
I mean, you're not
Things
missing
were
out
starting to
much.
get dark.
Best alone drinking you can ever do, in my opinion, now we're getting into the weeds on it, is alone behind someone's back. Like Christmas shopping. And your wife says, all right, let's all split up. And you go, cool. And it's like 11 o'clock on a Sunday, and they just opened that bar by the elevator in the Beverly Center, and you just sneak over and you go, hey man, can I get a double jack on the Ross Locks Rots? And they're like, sure. And you just have it and you just go, let's just, and then you're off. And then you're like, yeah. And then you just, little sneak one, sneak it. I mean, I look at like men, I am so far from a man. I am so far from a man. You know, like there's some self-actualization.
Wait, so you've tasted alcohol,
so far from,
though?
like, a man who goes,
You've tried
yeah,
it.
everyone else first, then me. It's not how I think. I go me, and then, oh, there are other people here.
Talk to your therapist about any of this? Like, will you bring this up?
You know, no.
This is the stuff to talk about.
No, this isn't therapy stuff.
Yes, it is.
When you talk about men versus me,
It's clear as day that Bert is suffering. His friends would try to
Oh,
help
okay.
him, but you cannot help someone who doesn't think they have a problem.
You think
Hate
that
the
you're an
taste of
alcoholic?
alcohol.
I've run it through the ringer a few times. Dr. Drew's my litmus.
Oh yeah.
And I've talked to him about it. He's like, you're not an alcoholic. You just drink too much. He's like, alcoholism's different. Being powerless to alcohol is different than drinking a lot.
Yeah.
And I think same with like, I mean, a guy like Ron White. I think he was a big drinker. I don't think he was an alcoholic because he just quit.
One doctor told Bert he's not an alcoholic and he uses that
It's
as
fun
his
for the most part.
justification. He says he can quit drinking whenever he wants. He says he's not powerless to alcohol. He wants to be just healthy enough so that he can keep drinking. And to all of our surprises,
Just like with anything when you abuse it, though.
Sober for 23 days.
Oh, that's not 5 days.
then after 3 weeks, he said this.
On keto, day 21, no booze, no sugar, no carbs. And I feel fantastic. Or the fact that I have no booze to cloud it, but I feel phenomenal. If you're
More energy, thinking clearly, not feeling hungry, sleeping better. He says his blood pressure dropped to the point where he didn't have to take his medication anymore. Bert was shocked at how good his life could be. I'm down 40 pounds. I haven't had alcohol or sugar in 83 days. I've been primarily carnivore. That all ends today. Bert's celebration for his sobriety was by getting absolutely hammered on the Fully Loaded Cruise, which was a multi-day long private cruise/comedy show that he spent 1 year planning. Bert's goal for getting sober was to prove to himself that he wasn't dependent on it. Now today he is going on podcast after podcast talking about how transformed he is.
You don't realize how deep you are in like obesity and drinking and keeping how deep you are in the hole,
right?
Until you get your head a little bit out of it, and then you start feeling better, and like little things are feeling a lot better for me. I'm not an alcoholic. People have asked me that so often, and I go no, and they're like, really?
I think that you've told me directly that you think you have a problem.
No, I have a problem with everything, with food, with sex. Like I everything. I have a problem with everything. That's just my personality. There's two types of people. There's addicts and there's partiers. Partiers stop when the party's over.
Yeah.
And then addicts just never stop.
That's true.
And I was like, oh yeah, I stop when the party's over.
I love that every few months Bert gets healthier and it's a big thing and then it's right back off the rails. This is a sad reality for many people watching. You likely have a friend or loved one who is struggling with some sort of addiction. You can see it, but
That's
they
addiction.
can't, or they ignore it. You just want the best for them, but if they don't want it for themselves, then there really isn't anything you can do. You can't force them or shame them. None of it will work. And if they continue to spiral, you'll still feel guilty. You'll think that you could have done more to help. Bert brags about his Mickey Mantle gene, but Mickey Mantle died at age 63. That would mean Bert has roughly 10 years left to live.
It's with anything, if you abuse it and get addicted to it. I think there's a balance to it. Balance it, have it once every week or something. I think that's fine. Alright. I think we're done on the React Andy. That was pretty fun. I think we're gonna play some games. We'll get on the games there, shot. What do you want to play, Blaze, if you want to play something? I was thinking maybe some Rocket League. I'm addicted to the song. I heard this on the radio today. It's crazy how this guy has just blown up all of a sudden. From TikTok. Alright, let's play some Rocket League. Whatever you takes. Banger. I'm Rocket League. Ugly. Alright, shot. Shot. I'm stumbling in. The bangers. Rocket Leg! That's a rocket log.
Hello there.
Yo. Let's dominate.
Your mic's muted.
Oh. Hello.
Let's dominate.
Let's dominate.
Your stream.
You heard me, even when I was muted.
That's how I knew you were muted.
Yeah.
I heard myself and then heard you. Skip the tourney or do we want to do the tourney?
Hello, Lethal. No, I don't want to do 20.
Nah.
Nah, I was just out today. Doing some shit, touching some grass, you know what I'm saying? I went out for lunch.
What's that?
Exactly. Yeah, it was good to go touch some grass. No, it was nice. I had a chicken... Do any of you guys know what a chicken mognotti is?
I have no clue.
Don't Google it either. Have a guess what it is. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's a chicken mognotti.
Chicken with grog. I don't know.
Chicken.
I'm assuming it's a burger, right?
No.
Oh.
It's a big pile of chicken with wrapped in bacon. It's actually very nice.
Okay. I think I've heard of that before. Not the name of it, but I've heard the chicken wrapped with bacon before. I'm missing.
I couldn't. Yeah, it was pretty nice. It was with plum sauce as well. I didn't like the plum sauce. I think I'll get gravy next time, but it was actually pretty nice. Am I saying? I don't think I'm saying it right. You?
My back flipped. I would have got that over him.
Pumped him.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I missed a little boost. Nice demo.
Okay.
Challenge.
I hear you. I got.
We hit it to the corner.
Yeah. This guy's mad.
But how did I get the save for that?
Oh no.
Oh, I got no boost.
Oh wow.
No way.
I got no boost.
We both got no boost.
Actually, you need it. I think.
They were bummed.
Okay. The guys are so mad, bro. Like, these guys are so weird. Alright, we lock it in. I got no boost here. Save. Okay, here.
Nice. I got no boost.
You're getting the luckiest bounces of their life, I swear to God. I missed, I have no boost.
Oh, dang.
I missed. Nice. Nice.
Pumpkin.
That's probably in. They're getting so lucky with these passes, dude. I swear to God. That's crazy. It's crazy.
He said nice shot, and then he passed it. Then I just say thanks.
Pumped him. They're so bad, gun. Literally. We'll verse him again.
Oh my bad. Oh, you still won the kickoff.
Because I'm him. I am him!
I can't see, I'm legally blind. Oh, that's so unlucky.
Oh my God, bro. This game's so bad. This game is terrible. I spawned right in front of you. How? How don't I spawn on the other fucking side? Makes no sense, dude. You're in my freaking vision, bro. Oh, I've missed a boost. Doesn't make sense. That's him.
I was trying to bump him, but I died.
Makes no sense, dude.
He just own guard it.
Yeah.
Missing. He missed as well.
I missed boost.
Bumped him. He missed. I was trying to pre-jump him. I'm back. I'm jumping.
Oh no. Go.
That's not bad.
I have no boost for this. Not in.
No.
That's good bait.
They both got me, but if you were to bounce it up to their direction.
Oh man, I'm so sick of this game, bro, already. Oh, they just win with no skill. It's crazy to me. Talentless players just fucking get it gifted to them every time. Wow.
How does he get power on that? Fuck him.
Oh my god, man. What are we doing? Oh my god, I fucking keep missing moves. I just passed it.
There we go.
Dave.
Thanks. There we go.
Hey, we're not fucking losing. The talentless players, bro. You just get it gifted to them. Every fucking time.
Oh, I wish I was ready for that. Not my bad. Just gonna pinch it.
Man. I'm fucking over it. I fucking suck. Again.
Nice.
Wow, we get some luck on our side. It's crazy.
I don't know how I got the goal with that. Nice. Nice.
Let's freaking go. Wow. Bro, look at these passes, man. Look at these passes, man. I should be a GC with these passes. Just not really. Maybe IC3. Another talentless goal. Here it goes. All that work that we put in and we just fucking done by a kickoff goal, man. It's so fucking ass. Trying to beat. And they're all skilled goals. Every goal we got is all skill. It's never luck, bro. Or maybe, actually, I lied. It sometimes is a luck. Right? It sometimes is luck. Oh my god, can I double jump? Bro, like, what am I doing? That in? What? See what I mean, bro? That's skill right there. That's insane shot. That's insane shot.
I got the boost.
Might be a goal, maybe. That shot.
What am I doing? Oh my god, Xpiicy, mate.
Fucking weirdo, bro. Now they're gonna get a goal because of it. Oh man, this guy, dude. Over both of them.
Not missed.
Well played, my fucking ass. Another thing, you know, he's just playing like that and getting lucky because he's on an alt account. Another thing that adds up onto it. It is what it is.
Nice.
Nice.
What is that touch?
It's a luck, bro. He tries. It's what I mean by luck, dude. Tries to go up for a fucking air dribble, and then just lands on the ball. Complete luck. Have a demo.
He didn't know what to do. He was so lost.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, yes! I thought you missed that. Right, they're not saving that. Holy shit. You belong in GC. Fuck my life. Oh, I don't have any boost to follow up.
Nice.
Okay.
I bumped the other guy.
Good bump. He's fucking
Get outta here.
fucking sent him. Holy shit.
I'm surprised he didn't die. Like,
Yeah.
how did he not die?
S3 Bays, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in, bro.
Oh, I thought he was gonna hit that.
Let's try. Ah, man, he doesn't know what he's doing, bro. Like, look at this. Like, he doesn't even know what he is doing himself. I'm fucking. Nice. No boost. Oh, look at the control on this man. Too clean with it. I want to verse the guys that we versed before. Our first game on.
Yeah.
Absolute shitters, mate.
Oh my god.
What? I couldn't. I should have just waited a little bit longer. they go back.
We're close.
Off, mate. Ready to kick off.
Yeah. And then I got to kick off.
Yeah, you kicked off and I thought.
You scored?
Yep. Yeah, that's no skill though. That's completely random with the kickoffs.
Yeah.
I'll admit that. Oh, my fault. Damn. That was risky. I probably shouldn't have done that. Yep, demo. Oh my god. Whoa. Not in. I'm doing nothing with it. Nice. You? Oh, I was up too far.
Too far back.
Alright.
Say
Oh
that.
my god. Hey, that!
None of them challenged. I really needed to challenge that earlier. They missed the boost in their corner. You kidding? Score it.
No!
Okay. Nice.
I missed that one though.
Nope.
Oh, you got it around me?
Nice. Let's boost that for you.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were rotating.
Good. Nice. Fucking missed. Almost worked.
Oh, yeah. Fucking what a saving this shit like a shit gun. Sorry, lock it in. Let's go.
My bad. That was a bad touch. I got no boost. Nice.
Don't need boost.
Alright. This man just pre-jumped. Why did I miss? Nice.
Race bit of fun. No way, bro. The luckiest shit of their life. Oh, man. Oh. Oh my god, what a recovery.
This man panic or something in the net because that was the shittest goal of my life. I hit it so softly.
Yeah, backflipping goal. You? Oh.
You?
Demo.
Thanks. Oh, what is that? I guess you just didn't expect me to hook it. Look at me bowl chasing. What the fuck was that damage?
That's flick. Oh, bro. Yeah, like fucking hell, man. Bad touch after bad touch.
Pumped him. Pumped him again. This guy's mad at me. Missing. Ah, I missed the boost.
Unlucky. Oh, bro. Bro. Oh,
dang.
bro. I'll go here.
That would have been so good.
I missed. Done. I bumped him at least. Challenge. I shouldn't have went for that. I have a committee. Lucius dogs. That was terrible. I've been in for more! Ah, man, what do we fucking do? I bumped him and everything.
Miss.
Oh, come on, bro.
Nice.
Like, let me get on the wall. I want to be Spider-Man for once.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Spider-Pig, Spider-Pig.
Bro.
Ah, fuck. That is fucking hit the ball.
Pumped him. Better. Lucky players, bro. Oh my god, what is this guy doing, man? Nice. Bad miss. Have demo. I don't know. Ah, bro. That's
Alright, I'll go for it then. I just got bumped into it.
oh man, I just get so lucky, bro. I just suck, more like it. Oh, can I frickin'
No bombed.
Bro, how lucky. Oh. It's just a goal for them. Oh, man.
Nice. Got bombed. Fucking hell. This guy loves bumping me.
I fucking suck, bro. Thank God,
Nice.
man. Let's freaking go, bro.
Let's see.
We win those.
Oops. What are these guys doing? They're just... Oh my...
Right. Oh my God. This. Oh, why do I do that?
Oh.
Might bump him.
No way I missed that. Back.
Nice.
no way I just owned all that.
I tried to get it out. Oh my god, I suck. I saved.
Thanks. I got no boost. I'm just gonna try and shoot it. I'm gonna shoot it past it. I should have went for that, dang it. Got no boost.
Happy him. Or not. You can't. Pass it on. Got 1 minute, 1 second. Get it go.
I'm gonna try and pass it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's fucking loser, bro. Holy shit. That's...
Thanks.
This guy is so dog shit. Holy fuck. Crazy how bad these guys are. Yes.
Alright.
Spam what is A, bro. What the way I go? Like, what can I do, man? It's just a 2v1. I can't do nothing here.
What a raid.
Is it Sana? Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Appreciate the follow. Welcome on in.
Alright, no pinch. I'm leaving.
Game's so bad.
You got to go
I
there.
missed.
Yeah.
Shot.
Thanks.
Yes. Oh, good. Stabbed.
I don't know.
Man, they just get so fucking lucky, bro. Like, it's insane how lucky these fucking kids get.
It wasn't even supersonic.
I'm done with this game. I'm getting off. This game is dog shit, bro. Such a bad game. Why'd I even play this dog shit game? It's so bad. Alright. Probably just gonna call it there, chat. Much love. Thank you for hanging out. I'll see you next time. I'll be live tomorrow. Bit of a short one tonight. Bye-bye.